Hey everybody, I'm here today to show you how to refill and recharge the refrigerant in your car. So as you can see right here, I have a can of refrigerant and I have this hose right here that will be used to connect the can of refrigerant to the car's air conditioning system. Now, if you are doing this, I would highly recommend getting a hose with a gauge on it because it will help you to understand when you should stop refilling the refrigerant into your car's AC system. So the first thing that you are going to do is ensure that this piece right here has been loosened and is at the highest point. So this is the piece that connects to the can, and this is the piece that connects to the low end port on your car's AC system. So the first thing to do is ensure that this is at its highest point and it is fully loosened. Once you have done that, the next step is to actually twist the can onto this part, and because this has been fully loosened, it will not pierce the can yet. So I have fully loosened this and twisted the can into place nice and tightly. Now the next thing that you are going to do is locate the low port on your car's air conditioning system. Now the low port will usually be marked with an L on the cap. So that's how you will likely be able to locate your low port. And I'm just going to bring the camera over here to show you that this is my low port, and it does indeed have an L on the cap. So once you locate that cap for the low port, you are going to loosen it and remove it. So I'm just going to untwist it and remove it and place it somewhere safe so that you don't lose it. So I'm actually just going to take this and place it in my pocket. The next step is to connect this piece of the hose to the low port of the air conditioning system, and that is where I just removed the cap from. Now this is it's actually an easy connection to make because this is a quick connect piece. So in order to connect it to the low port, all that you have to do is simply pull this piece up, push it into place, and then release that piece. So I'm going to do that right now. Alright, so now that the can has been connected to the hose and the hose has been connected to the engine, I'm going to simply untwist the can, so loosen it just for a very quick second to release any trapped air that is in the hose. So I'm going to loosen it, and as soon as I hear the hissing noise, I'm going to tighten it again, just like this. So the hissing noise will be a bit louder and stronger if you have more refrigerant in your system, but since my system is really low, it wasn't that loud of a hissing noise, but I did hear a quick hissing noise as I loosened the can, and then I simply tightened it again. The next step is to turn this piece up here completely clockwise, and that will pierce through the top of the can and open it up, but the refrigerant will not be able to leave the can yet because this will be blocking the entranceway or the hole that I just made with it. So the next step is once again just to turn this piece at the top completely clockwise. Now I'm going to start the car just like this, and I am going to turn the fan on its maximum setting, and I am also going to turn the fan to its coldest setting, and I am going to turn the AC on, and I'm going to turn it on at its maximum setting as well. So once again, the car is on, fan is at its highest setting, AC is on, and fan is also at its coldest setting. Now the next step is to loosen this piece right here completely. So to turn it fully counterclockwise, and that will allow the refrigerant to start exiting the can and making its way into the car's air conditioning system. So I'm going to turn this piece up here above the can completely counterclockwise. Now that I have loosened the piece at the top and turned it completely counterclockwise, I'm going to simply grab the can and agitate it just a little bit. So continually rotate it around, just move it around, and I'm going to try and do this with two hands, but for now I'm just doing it with one hand because I'm holding the camera tripod with the other hand. So just agitate the can back and forth, and you will start to feel the refrigerant exiting the can and making its way into your car's air conditioning system. So just continue agitating the can and moving it around and rotating it slowly, not quickly, like you're not going to shake it aggressively, but just agitate the can slowly, and it will allow the refrigerant to make its way into the car's air conditioning system. Now this whole process will take a while, so it will take quite a while to empty the can and get all of the refrigerant into your car system. So be prepared to do this for a while. I have just checked the reading on the gauge over there, and it is reading at the appropriate level of refrigerant. So I am ready to stop refilling the refrigerant into the AC system. So to cut off the supply of refrigerant that is going to the AC system, I am simply going to turn this piece at the top here fully clockwise. So I'm going to fully turn it clockwise, and that will allow the piercing piece to go into the opening of the can, and that will cut off the refrigerant from going into the AC system. Now I'm going to turn off the engine of the car. Next, I'm going to remove the quick connect fitting from the low port right here. And to do that, you simply have to pull the piece up towards you and then remove the fitting, just like that. And if you hear a quick hissing sound like that, that is absolutely normal. Sorry about the sound of birds passing overhead. I'm also going to place this can of refrigerant off to the side. And lastly, I am going to get the cap for the low end port right here that I kept safely in my pocket, and I'm just going to tighten it into place just like that. And that is basically it. That is how you refill and recharge the refrigerant in your car's air conditioning system. Now, before I finish this video, I just want to give you a very quick set of tips to keep in mind when you are refilling and recharging your AC system. So once you have finished refilling the system, and you remove the hose from the car, if there is any refrigerant left in the can, it will escape if you loosen this piece up here or if you remove the can from the hose. So it is best to just leave it in place just like this, and you will be able to reuse the remainder of refrigerant in this can once you are ready to refill your air conditioning system again, or refill the air conditioning system of a friend or a family member. And if the can is completely empty, you will know because it will feel empty, and it's hard to describe it because you have to actually feel the can when it's full to understand what I'm talking about, but it will feel different and it will feel empty. So you will be able to tell if there is still any refrigerant left in the can or if it is pretty much completely empty. And that's basically it. Follow the instructions that I have shown you throughout this video, and you will definitely be able to refill and recharge the refrigerant in your car's air conditioning system by yourself. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.